Okay, hey guys, so we're gonna be doing day 3 notes today. These notes are probably gonna look a little bit different because I invested in an iPad. I know, go me. So you may see me like zooming in and zooming back out so that you guys can see it a little bit more closely. Again, these videos are gonna be posted the entire time so you guys can start and stop whenever you guys need to or rewind, and you can send us emails and we will happily answer them. So today we're going to be working with multiplying a monomial times a polynomial. So if we remember, monomial is one term and polynomial means that we have many terms. So to do this, what you're going to do is you're going to multiply the monomial and the polynomial by distributing, let me highlight that, by distributing the monomial to the polynomial. And then for exponents, I want you guys to recall the product property rule. So what this rule states is that if I have like x to the a times x to the b, this is x to the a plus b. So all you're going to do is add those exponents. So over here, if I had something like x times x, what this is, if we remember, we have our leading coefficients are 1 and our exponents are 1. We just don't write them. So our final answer would be our leading coefficients 1 times 1 gives us 1. And then x times x, we add those exponents. So you're going to get x. 1 plus 1 is 2. So you're going to get x squared. So another example, if I had something maybe like x to the second times 5x to the fourth. Well, 5 times our understood 1 in front here is going to give us 5 times 1 is 5. And then we're just going to add those exponents. So 2 plus 4, that is 6. Okay, so that's all we're going to be doing today. So we're going to do some examples of these. So I'm going to work with this left side first. Please remember that all of your answers need to be in standard form. Okay, remember standard form is when our exponents, we did these last time, our exponents are going to be in descending order. So your highest exponent goes first down to your lowest exponent. Okay, let me zoom in for you guys. Oops. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure this out. Okay, so I'm going to distribute my monomial, my x term. So how I'm going to do this is my first one is going to be x times x. My second one is going to be x times 4. So x times x, remember I add my exponents. This is going to give me a positive x squared. My next one is x times 4. So 4 times my understood 1 in front here, 4 times 1 is a positive 4, so plus 4. And then I have x times nothing else, so it's going to stay as an x. Okay? So now I'm just going to do this first column, and then we'll move on to the next side. So you're going to get k times k and k times negative 9. Okay? So k times k is my first one. And then k times negative 9 is my second one. K times k, we have our understood exponents of 1 here. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So you should get k squared. And then I have an understood 1 in front here. So negative 9 times 1 is negative 9, so minus 9. And then k times nothing else will leave us with a k. And that is your answer. These are in standard form because if I look here, I see that I go 2 and then I decrease to my understood 1. Okay. So my next one, distribute negative 6p times negative 8. Or negative 6p times p to the fourth, and then negative 6p times negative 8. Sorry, I didn't say that right. So negative 6p times p to the 4th, negative 6p times negative 8. So my very first one is going to give me negative 6 times my 1, which is negative 6. And then p to the first power times p to the 4th. So if I add those, 4 plus 1 is 5, so I get p to the 5th. Then I'm going to go to my second one. So negative 6 times negative 8. So a negative and a negative make a positive. I'll write that up here. So negative times negative equals positive. This is going to give me a positive 48. And then p, I don't have another p, so that's just going to stay the same. And that is your answer. Now I'm going to distribute negative 4g squared. So my first one should be negative 4g squared times 2g. And then negative 4g squared times 7. Okay, well, negative 4 times 2 is going to be a negative 8. G squared times g, so 2 plus 1 is 3, so I'll get g cubed. Now I'm going to go to my second one, so negative 4 times 7 is negative 28, so minus 28. And then I just have a g squared, so that's going to stay the same. On to number 7. So I'm going to distribute negative 3n all the way through. So negative 3n times n squared. Then I have negative 3n times negative 2n. And my last one is negative 3n times 8. So negative 3n times n squared, so negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. N to the first power times n to the second power, 2 plus 1 is 3, so negative 3n cubed. On to my second one, negative 3n times negative 2n. So negative 3 times negative 2 is going to give me a positive 6. And then n to the first power times n to the first power. 1 plus 1 is 2, so I will get n squared. And then my last one, that third one, is negative 3n times 8. So negative 3 times 8 is negative 24. And then I just have an n, so that is going to stay the same. So for number 9, what I'm going to be distributing is p squared q to the 3rd. So I'm going to distribute that to both of these terms. So my first one is going to be p squared q to the 3rd times p to the 5th q to the 2nd. My second one will be p squared q to the 3rd times negative PQ. Okay, I know that P comes before Q in the alphabet, and we do these in alphabetical order, so your P should stay first. So for this one, I have my leading coefficient is again a 1 here and a 1 here. Same with this one, 1 and, well, this is really a negative 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. And so then I'm going to have p squared times p to the 5th. Again, add your exponents. So 2 plus 5 is 7. So I'll get p to the 7th here. And then I have q to the 3 times q squared. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So you'll get q to the 5th. For my second one, So 1 times negative 1 is a negative. So I'm going to go ahead and put my negative 1 here. P squared times P, 2 plus 1 is 3. So I'll get P to the cube. Not sure why that one's darker. And then we'll do the q's. So q to the third times q. 3 plus 1 is 4. So q to the fourth. And that is your final answer. Okay. So for my next one, I'm going to be distributing to 3 terms. So I should have 3 sets of parentheses below. So my first one is going to be 5r squared s squared times negative 2r squared. My second one is again 5r squared s squared times 3rs. And my third one is 5r squared s squared times negative 4s squared. Okay, so starting with this first one, 5 times negative 2 is a negative 10. R squared times r squared, 2 plus 2 is 4, so I'll get r to the fourth. And then I have s squared and I have no other s, so that's going to stay the same. That kind of looks like a 5, so I'm going to rewrite it. That's not much better, but oh well. So 5 times 3 for my second one is going to be a positive 15, so plus 15. R squared times 1r, so 2 plus 1 is 3, so r cubed. S squared times 1s, again 2 plus 1 is 3, so you'll get s cubed. Then for my last one, 5 times negative 4 is a negative 20. R squared times no other r, so we'll leave that as r squared. And then s squared times s squared is going to give me s to the fourth. Okay, some of you guys may want to put this s to the fourth before because it's a higher one than per se this 3 right here, right there. But remember, this has to be alphabetical order, so I have to go all the way through my r's before I start worrying about my s's. So for 13, I'm going to distribute negative 7 c cubed d squared to both of these terms. So you'll get negative 7c cubed d squared times 9c squared d squared. And then my next one will again be negative 7c cubed d squared times, this time, negative 4c d to the fifth. Okay? So negative 7 times positive 9, so negative 7 times positive 9 is a negative 63. C cubed plus c squared will give me c to the fifth because 3 plus 2 is 5. D squared times d squared, 2 plus 2 is 4. So your answer should be d to the fourth. Now on to my second one, negative 7 times negative 4 is a positive 28. C cubed times c to the first power, 3 plus 1 is 4, so you'll get c to the fourth. And then d squared times d to the fifth, 2 plus 5 is 7, so d to the 7. I should have highlighted that one up there. Okay. So those are how you do those problems right there. So I'm going to hop down to 15 real quick. So what this one's asking us to do is distribute, then simplify the remaining expression. So final answers, again, must be in standard form. So this one's just going to have an extra step. We're going to have to combine like terms in it, which is something that we did in our previous day's notes. So if you need a refresher on that, you can go back and watch those videos. So I'm going to do the exact same thing here. I'm going to distribute negative 2x to 3x and negative 4. So negative 2x times 3x. And then negative 2x times negative 4. And then I just don't want to forget that plus 7x out here. So negative 2 times 3 is a negative 6. And then x to the first and x to the first will give me x squared. Negative 2 for my second one, negative 2 times negative 4 is a positive 8. And then I just have that 1x, so positive 8x. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring down this plus 7x. Okay. So now I'm going to look through and see if there's any like terms. So this one is an x squared, my very first term, and I see no other x squareds. But I do see that I have an 8x and a 7x. So I can combine those two terms. So this one will give me negative 6x squared. 8x plus 7x is a positive 15x, which is your final answer. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go over here to this other side. So what I want you guys to do is go ahead and pause this video and work through these problems on the right-hand side. I'm going to go ahead and put the answers to these so that you guys can check your work. So for example 2, let me go up here. You should get, oops, that is a highlighter. You should get 15m to the 5th minus 5m to the 4th minus 35m cubed. Okay. This one you'll get 9a squared plus 9a. 4 you'll get negative 6c to the 6th minus 15c to the 5th. For number 6, you should get x cubed minus x squared plus 3x. For problem number 8, your answer should be negative 12 x to the 6th plus 24x to the 5th minus 36x to the 4th. For problem 10, you should get 3x to the 3rd y plus 3x squared y squared plus 3x y cubed. For problem 12, you should get 12a cubed b minus 21a b to the 4th. And then for 14, you should get negative 20 m to the 5th n to the 4th plus 30 m to the 4th n squared. And then for the very last problem, your final answer should come out to be 18w cubed minus 35w squared minus 11w. Okay. And so these are our notes for day 3. Again, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to contact us by email. We will be answering those. The answer key for your homework is posted. Please remember that those are answers only. You guys should be showing work on these problems, and your homework is graded for accuracy. So please make sure you guys are checking your answers, okay? Bye, have a good day. Miss you guys.